Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're just going to be talking about some new Shin Gojira related things. Not really important movie news, but there's just some stuff that's been coming out lately, and I'd like to talk about it with you guys and just let you know what's going on in case you missed it. And start off, we'll just take a look here at this picture we have. This appears to be. It kind of seems like one of those cardboard cutouts you'd find at movie theaters before a big movie's coming out. This looks like what that would be, but for Shin Gojira in Japan, kind of like here in the States, we had like giant cutout letters for Godzilla 2014. This looks like one of those, and we get a very close-up picture of new Godzilla. He's kind of peeking around. He's got his hand on the frame, which is kind of interesting, and he's kind of looking at us. Um, I really like this. It is a really nice picture, really good, high quality up close picture of the new Godzilla's face that we haven't really gotten that much like still. Um, he looks like he has more skin in this than what I can remember from the trailer. He looks a little more put together. Obviously, looking at his neck and his hand, he is still pretty torn up, but it almost looks like he's got some of his skin back. Maybe this is a later on in the movie kind of interpretation. Kind of shows that he has some functionality with his hand, which is kind of, his hands didn't look like they'd be doing much. But the color is good here. I really do like this picture of him peeking around. And the next picture, to kind of go along with that, is of this hand. It's his hand. It's kind of up. Look, he's trying to grasp something. Very menacing looking photo of his hand. He looks like he has 5 fingers, which, I mean, unless you don't want to call that smallest one up near his wrist a finger, I don't really know. It could be a finger, it could not be. But if it is, that's a new. Godzilla's generally only had 4 fingers, and he's got 5 now. The hand definitely looks really torn up. Reminds me more of what we got from the trailer, where they're always like turned up and they don't look like they're going to be doing much. You can't really hold very many things with his hand. The claws, you can't really make them out very much from the finger. They blend together very well in like the mangledness of his hand there, which I like. Still taking some getting used to. I mean, I do like the Shin Gojira design. I think it's very well thought and put together for reminding us all of G54, which is kind of what this is going to. But this is a really cool looking picture. Next, we're going to be taking a look at some of the things that have popping up around Japan for promoting the movie lately. First up is this giant footprint that was carved into the sand. It's 91.5 feet long and 77.2 feet wide. And this is on a beach near Hokkaido, Japan. It's on the beach for Ishikari City as part of a summer sand festival. And it's out there. It's going to be out there from June 18th until July 10th, so it's still there at the time this video is going up. Won't be out there too much longer, but it's a life-size Shin Gojira footprint, basically. So that gives us the dimensions of his feet. So that's pretty cool. Really neat that they're going out of their way to kind of do this to promote the movie. And then the next thing are these statues that have been popping up around Japan. They look like they're about 6 or 7 feet tall. They're just a statue of Shin Gojira. And in this picture, we have Hideki Anno, the director of Godzilla Resurgence, and the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion. They're standing with him, kind of mocking a pose, and then what appears to be the female lead character of the new Godzilla movie there with it as well. These have been popping up in various places around Japan, shopping malls, other buildings, things like that, movie theaters. So that's really cool. That's another cool way to promote the movie, is kind of doing that, placing around these physical interpretations around the city so people can see it. That's pretty cool. Up next, we're getting a first look at kind of the concept art, first official release of concept art for Godzilla Resurgence, and this is coming from a full art book that's going to be released. That is going to be 432 pages long, and it's basically just going to be showing off all of the artwork for the movie, and it's going to have different like varying designs of Shin Gojira, what he could have looked like, other creature things like that. It's gonna be it's 432 pages, so it's pretty big, and it's full color, and because of that, it is going to be kind of pricey. It's going to be $92 US, and it's going to be about 9,800 yen. So it is a hefty paycheck for some people, but it is going to be really cool. If I find one for a reasonable price, I might actually invest in that, because I'd really like to see a lot of the concept art for Shin Gojira, because I'd like to see the other possible outcomes of the design. I'd really like to see what kind of brought about this mangled and destroyed look that we're getting. So we're going to be able to get to see that with seeing all the concept art that went into the movie. So this is going to be really cool. I definitely recommend trying to find one of those when it comes out. Let's see. I don't really sure. Looks like it's coming out on August 10th of this year. So definitely keep a lookout for that. I'm going to. So up next, we're getting some information. Looks like the Shin Gojira design is going to be in an upcoming anime episode on the show Cran Shin-chan. And what they're doing is he's just going to be kind of the Shin Gojira is just kind of be like guest starring on it. He's going to be like the antagonist of the episode. And they said that they're going to be staying true to the design of Shin Gojira, and here we're getting some of the artist interpretations of what he's going to look like in the anime. Looks really good. It does look a lot like Shin Gojira, and one of the interesting things about that is in the last picture here is the kind of like the artwork for the episode. We have Shin Gojira using his atomic breath, and it's blue. So if they're trying to stay true to the concept of Shin Gojira, which everything looks just like him, maybe then his atomic breath is going to be the bluish white, kind of like the traditional design, as opposed to like orange or red, which would have like matched his kind of like skin texture and coloration. But this contrast will look interesting, and if they're staying true to it, this might be kind of some insight into what his atomic breath is going to look like, which is always cool. It's just kind of like subtle information that is just kind of something that we can know a little bit more about, just a little bit, not really spoiling anything, but it's some good information to hold on to. But other than that, the design for him, it looks awesome. And this episode is going to be airing at 7:30 p.m. on July 22nd. And basically, what the directors of the episode said is that they took careful steps to reproduce the cracked and irradiated look of Godzilla's new appearance. So this should be a pretty cool episode of an anime. We're finally getting him kind of guest starring in an anime, which a lot of people have been looking forward to for a long time, and we're getting it, and he looks great. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this. And finally, kind of some speculation going on here. For all of the Godzilla and Evangelion crossover stuff that's been happening since Hideki Anno is the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion and then the director of Godzilla Resurgence, and all of the cross promotion that's been going on with so many things, toys, posters, just you name it, there's probably a production of that for the crossing of the two. And some speculation has come out that maybe what they're doing is there is going to be the first trailer for Rebuild of Evangelion 4.0, the movie that was supposed to come out from Hideki until he got on the Godzilla Resurgence project. This movie has been, people have been waiting for this movie to come out for a really long time. It's been a little overdue. So maybe what this is happening is that in the beginning of Godzilla Resurgence, like before the movie starts in Japan, one of the trailers is going to be the first official trailer for Rebuild 4.0. And that has a lot of people excited, and that could be a really good way to get that to tie together, like all this crossover stuff going on. So why not be for this? I mean, that makes a lot of sense. It's like the most popular giant monster of all time, and then one of the most famous anime in the past 20 years. With all this crossover stuff, this could be what it is for, is to kind of hype up Rebuild of Evangelion again, and then drop the new trailer for it. Like, this is Hideki's next project after Resurgence. So that could be really cool. That could get a lot more people like back into Neon Genesis Evangelion, and it could draw new fans in. Like, okay, we saw Godzilla Resurgence, we like this. Let's go and we'll look at Hideki Anno's other stuff that he's made and see what that's like. But that's basically all the news I have for you guys today. I'll have links to all my sources down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. It's been growing pretty good lately. And I'm going to try to keep you up to date on all things Godzilla Resurgence and more Godzilla news after that. And if you guys like this video, please comment and like it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!